Yeah, welcome back to the second edition of Retopology, as in 3D character retopology. So today we'll be doing something on retopology inside of Zbrush, as I've mentioned in the first class. So we assume we have our mesh intensity, as I said. Let me switch to polyframe, and now we have the polyframe. As you can see, this mesh is too dense. So we want to do what? We want to retopologize it to a low resolution for easy texture mapping and UV mapping. Then for the most important part is for their animation, so that the TD artist or the rigger will be able to add a polyframe. Will be able to add bones around the wireframe to control the facial and other facial expression, like the smile, eye blink, the mouth open and close, and the rest. So now, as I said we can also use retopology inside of Zbrush as well for retopology. But though the retopology tools inside of Zbrush is not as perfect, it's not even perfect as that of Maya, because in Maya you'll be able to control the polygons, the edge flow of the polygon, maybe around the mouth and around the eye and the light. So inside of the Zbrush, what it normally does is with Zremesher is that it tries to reduce the number of poly counts and distributing the polygon along the way the field is perfect. But for this tutorial, we are going to be using two things. That is, we use Zremesher guide and poly painting to add to guide the Zremesher retopology. Let's go back to our normal screen mode. So now we want to retopologize it. Now all we have to do is come to your brush, it's loading, then you go for Zremesher guide, search for Zremesher guide. You have it here at the top, Zremesher guide. Now with the Zremesher guide, let's activate the symmetry. What this Zremesher guide is going to do is that it's going to help Zbrush to follow the kind of edge flow we wanted inside of that Maya program. So it's going to be according to the way we draw the guide. So let me just increase the size of the brush a bit, so something like 5 or 6. So now let's start. We draw something from here like this, from the eyebrow like this. That is one. Then we draw another one. Now you feel the way you draw the guide, you are not content with it and you want to delete it, there's no need for undo. You can, all you have to do, just alt and draw on the curve you just draw. So let's do it again. Bam, that's neat. Then let's come to the mouth as well. Draw it like this. Again, I'm not okay with it. Drag. something I forgot to do before starting this program, before starting the drawing of the curve. We have two type of projection on it. So since after we done our retopology, we are converting it to a low resolution, and converting high resolution mesh to low resolution, we are going to lose virtually all our details, like for instance the tribal mark I put on our face here, and some other details on the mouth and the eye and some other ones. We are going to lose everything. So to get back all this projection back, we have two things. Is either we subdivide the mesh, then we go to geometry, then we freeze a subdivision level, then yes, we freeze. Let me assume I put Ctrl J like this. Then we have two subdivision level already. Then you can just do like this. Then freeze subdivision level. Then you continue with whatever thing you are doing. Let me just try that first technique first before I go to second technique. Then let's draw again. Come back to drawing. That's one. Put another one like this. Another one. Then for the nose, I'll add something like this. Oops, sorry. Can add something like this. Something like this should be okay. No. Drag like this, okay. Then you draw another one like this. Increase the size a bit. Another one for the ear. Another look for the ear like this. Then for the jaw, we draw from the edge of the ear to the jaw like this. And then add something from here too. Sorry. Undo. Add something from here to here like this. Then we can add something from here. We assume we just tell Zbrush to follow all those guides. Now let's do the neck. So for the neck, if you have something like this round something, it will be difficult for you to now start dragging like this till the knit and like that. So all we have to do is just drag like this, then shift, then control dragging. You have this round circle. Then if you want to move the round circle to a proper position, as you are holding shift, you hold down spacebar as well, then you drag up like this and leave. So we have that one over there, and we drop another one here again, shift, wait. So we can add another loop here like this, connect that one, add another loop here. It should be okay. This should be okay. So we need one more for the back of the head like this. Bam. We need one. Oh, sorry. We need one more here. Then we need one more at the center of the jaw like this. Sorry. Shift and draw to have a straight line. So we have this. Now another thing we can use to add details to this guide is having used the poly paint brush to paint. Let me use the red, means you want more loop around a particular place you just painted. Let me say I painted this like this. It has to be very light. It should be red. Where's my red? It's still red. Then you make your brush density to be very light. Then you paint whatever position you want more. Whatever position that you want more loop to follow, you draw like this. Then around the mouth as well. Then around the ear like this. Then you have one here. And then you have one here. Sorry. Then you have one here. So what we are simply doing without painting is we are trying to tell Zbrush that you should emphasize more polygon around here. So now with the free subdivision level still active, let me duplicate this mesh so that in case we mess up with this mesh, we have something to bank on. So let's do the duplicate, scroll down, then do duplicate. Mind you, if you duplicate, you will not have the guide on the duplicated version, and you have to switch back to the one you are working on. Now let's go back to our Zremesher slider in the geometry. Now we have it. As I said, there are two ways of getting back your detail. One is freezing your subdivision level, then the other one is projecting the subdivision level on it. I'm going to try both of them. Then we will settle down with the one that have perfect option for us. Now we've already freeze this subdivision level. Then we come to Zremesher slider. Now this setting, you have this adaptiveness size. This adaptiveness size is simply telling you that as is trying to distribute the polygon issue, it can add triangles, more triangles for easy distribution. Then this curve strength means how much Zbrush is going to follow all these things, all the curve we draw on the face and on the skin. So all you have to do is just reduce the curve and the adaptiveness to something like 30. You can reduce to 30 depending on your project. You can increase this one to 80 or so. That should be okay. I think I'm okay with that. Then we just click Zremesh. No. Now another thing is this target polygon count. If you leave it at 5,000, you are going to have more polygon on it. But if you want very low resolution, you can just switch to something like, let's try 1,000 first. Then we can do it later. Forget to add one more thing. Shift plus F. Now, see what I'm talking about? See all this loop? Let me undo it one more time. I need to undo it one more time. There's something I forgot to add. Undo. Shift plus F. Now, what I forget to add is using this use poly paint option. This poly paint option will also help to guide the distribution of the polygon. Let me add some more details around the mouth here like this. I think they are too dense. Let me reduce to one. Just trying to reduce. It should be okay. Now let's do it again. Reduce to 1. Use poly paint option on. then do the Zremesher again. Now it's done one more time. Let's check the polyframe view. Now you see what we are talking about. See the amount of the polygon it's added to this mouth around here. That is because of the red, the painted red I added to this side. So let me undo it one more time. Undo, Shift plus F. Then let me erase the whole of this like this around that mouth. Increase intensity, increase RGB. I can clean it up like this. I want to see the difference. So let's do it again. Shift plus F. Shift plus F. See all the same thing. But as you can see, this polygon is somehow too much. We have 5,000 polygon on this head alone, and we want more lower resolution. So what we have to do is to undo again, come back to the slider here. Let's check something around 100. Let's check on the 1 is too 0.1 is too small. Let's use 300. Zremesher again. Now we have the lower resolution version of our mesh. Now comparing to the Maya Retopology, let me switch back to Maya and see. This is the Maya version. See this loop. You can see the way we generated our own is very clear. Nothing is joining to anyone. So if you now switch back to Zbrush, because of the way we have asked Zbrush to generate polygon, it's trying to manipulate this side, add polygon around the mouth here so that it can connect to each other, and which will not happen when we are doing it manually on our own. For every other thing I think is okay. Now we have our low resolution ready. Now that we have generated our low resolution version of our project, so let's try and get our detail back. So let me switch back to normal. Let me switch out of polyframe from here. Now we can see that we cannot even identify the character again. Since we break it down, no more details on the face or anywhere. Even if we add subdivision level, we not get the detail back. Oh, sorry, I just mistakenly clicked something rubbish. So even if we click dynamic subdivision view, is the dynamic subdivision, we not still get the detail as we wanted it. So now, as I have said, I've freeze the subdivision level before doing the Zremesher. Now if I unfreeze it, let's see the result. Unfreeze. This is the result of the unfreeze version. It gave us little detail, but that is not what we are expecting. Shift plus F. That is not what we are expecting. So we need one more subdivision level to get the exactly detail we needed. Shift plus F plus F, Shift D. divide, they will divide it one more time, divide again, Shift plus F. Now we have this, and we want to get every other detail back on our face. Before is okay, and the first subdivision level is okay, sharp. You can manage that. Now let's go back to our mesh, the second mesh. We duplicated the duplicated version. We come here. Let me just come here and make it solo mode. This is the head. Okay, this is the one we have painted. You just fill it. We have a single hint on our head. Now we want to get this detail on our face back on this. So all you have to do is just having these two on. Assuming you are working on a project and you have more subtools under this, all this, and you want to project your high details back on your low resolution. So all you have to do is go back and hide every other subtools. Let me assume I'm here now. Let me assume I'm here. Let me assume I'm here like this, and I'm here. As you can see, we have more other subtool on the project. See, we have there, we have clothes, we have many heads, we have many things. So all you have to do before you can project everything, project all on this project now, on this mesh. If you do project all without hiding every other subtool, you have yourself to blame by you projecting every other subtool on your low resolution, which will not actually hit a good result that you wanted. Smooth it out. So let's go back to our project F. Now we have subdivided it. Now we want to get this project in this detail back. The detail on this one, we want to get it back. So solo mode, let's see. You first have to confirm the low resolution first. This is the low resolution, this is the high resolution. So you switch on to your low resolution like this. You can project all at once. Then come here. Then you click project all. Yes. Now we have our detail back. So for you to be sure that we have our detail back, let's do this. We'll switch to subtool. This is our high resolution, Shift plus F. These are high resolution, then these are low resolution. You see that? See how clean it is to get your detail, Shift plus F. Get your detail on your mesh. You have it. So as you have projected your detail on your low resolution, this thing is still on low resolution. We have more than 13,000 polygon. You have more than 13,000 polygon here. So let me see something. It's not disrupting the mesh. It's not disrupting it. I have something to hide, sharp. I need to clear this. Okay. Before I do that, I will have to do what? Free subdivision level. If you have subdivision level on any model or mesh, and you want to modify it, like adding, let me say you're adding sphere. Let me say you're adding sphere. You want to add sphere to this. To tell you your mesh is composed of multiple subdivision level, delete or freeze subdivision level and try again. So the same as well if you are modifying things in Zbrush, all you have to do, just come to geometry, and then you freeze subdivision level. In this way, it will come back to the lowest resolution version, and then you start your modification. So now there's something I want to remove. This thing you are seeing here is disrupting our mesh. I don't want to see this. I want to pull it out. So I've hide the main base mesh, then you Control Shift drag outside to unhide, then you come to geometry, you modify topology, and then you click delete hidden. In that wise, you have removed that rubbish you are seeing. Let me assume this thing is not having eye, and I want to add one more thing. You can just do like this, click on this, and then you drag. It's not perfect. Move. So height, rotate, and then move up a bit. So you can do this. We have to do split on mask point, sort to split on mask point, split. Split on mask point. Then you have the eyeball on a separate layer. Then you come back here and you do the unfreeze again, geometry. Then you unfreeze subdivision level, and then you are done. So let me off the solo mode. So to hide this, so we have this Shift plus F. Let me switch to white. It's on white. Then come to eyeball. Then fill it with white first. Fill it with white. I've started painting like that. Q. And then you can add subdivision level on this one, Control D, and then add this, Control, just mask that place out. Then you come to masking, do what? Masking, then sharpen mask. Oops, I don't want to sharpen that. I think it's better okay this way, sharp. Then invert, then switch to black with your paint brush selected. Then you start painting like this. Now we have the eyeball like this. We have the eyeball. And then if you want to paint the face as well, you just switch to the face, to the one we have the lower resolution version, and then you are good to go. So we are done with Shift plus F. We are done with the retopology. Shift D. This is low resolution from Maya. Then if you come here, you come to here, you have F. You have really high solo mode, and then we have this one too. Is I think is Zbrush. This one is Zbrush. What is mine? The one from Maya. We have another one from Maya. have another one from Maya. Okay, this is the one from Maya. Shift plus F, F. Okay. Shift plus D, 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 D. Now see the way the edge just flow around the mouth, making it perfect. Now come to the one of Zbrush. Shift plus F. Shift D, Shift D. See the way it adds it on. Though it's flowing, but it's not the way, exactly the way we wanted it. See this one. It's added polygon around here, which might cause trouble when you try to animate this, because it will be pinching out. That's why most modeler hits using polygon. It's using triangles when they are doing their retopology. You try as much as possible to avoid triangles when you are retopologizing your model, except on somewhere around the head here. Then you can add polygon around it, because this place is not going to be animated, it's not going to deform, so definitely you don't have problem with it. So this is our retopology in Zbrush. Thanks for watching. You can subscribe for more tutorial. If you want to ask any question, you can state your comments in the link. Thank you very much. See you some other time.